Making a hole. This is a concept I think that comes up in a lot of sweeps. It's especially important in the hip bump sweep. The hip bump sweep, like any other sweep, there's different ways you can do it. But one thing I think you're going to find a lot a better success with is if you try to do your hip bump sweep where you face the different direction from when you start. So if I'm facing east, let's say when I start my hip bump sweep, I'm facing west when I finish. It's not just, sometimes we see this, I'm facing up when I start, and I'm facing down when I finish. That's true, but for this principle to help you, because it's going to conquer a couple of, or it's going to answer a couple of important problems you'll face a lot. I want you to realize as you're facing one direction to start, I'll be facing the other when I finish. Facing that opposite direction, it's part of what makes this whole. When I'm trying to sweep my buddy, I want to sweep. Very often, just for me too, when I first learned the sweep, I thought the sweep was this way. It's actually this way that I'm trying to bring out. Now, there's times we'll show later in this course where he is fouling my sweep attempt successfully and early, and the momentum got interrupted at this part. It's like an arc. So he interrupted when we're going here. And I'll give you a more visual, concrete example later in the course. But what I want you to see is I'm always trying to arc around. So when I'm coming around, I'm making a hole for him to fall in. Some people have a lot of flexibility in their back, and they can pull. As they sit up, they can pull their elbow straight back comfortably, or they learn to make like a arc with their elbow to help them up and then get to their hand. That exaggerates the hole even more, all right? But what I want you to see is that at the end of the day, we're pointing in opposite directions, making our chest, our torso, pointing the other way. You remember earlier we were talking about the two major obstructions you'll face are their hands and their head. Making a hole or pointing your chest in the opposite direction is going to deal with the head more. It's going to solve that problem. It'll help you with the hand problem, but it's going to solve the head problem a lot. So as I come up and he tries to flatten me out, if I'm facing this way, he will. But as I'm facing here and he drives in, it's hard. It's really hard. And then you're going to see, oh, yeah, that hand. That's all I got to grab and foul to effectively post or effectively sweep them over when they're driving in. We know they're going to drive in. The way we overcome it is by changing directions, pointing our torso in the opposite direction from where we started, going from there.